Hello guys, so welcome to another video of Rhino 3 tutorial. So in this we are going to see how to make a Dubai facade. So the command majorly I'm going to use is subd. The first command I'm going to use is rectangle. So I'm just drawing a rectangle with a first start point of 0, 0. So I'm just drawing a rectangle in the front tab so that I'll get a vertical rectangle when I see in the perspective, okay? Or else you can go into vertical rectangle options, so it's up to you. So I'm just drawing a line in between the rectangle. It's just a kind of partition. So it's not the exact center, it is like the top part should have more. And I'm just drawing subd surface, that is single subd surface. So I'm just drawing it as two surface. So Control J, that is it will join the subd, the two subd surface. So I'm just selecting the edge by clicking Shift Control, and then I'm just dragging the edge to a proportional value. Okay, so now I'm just selecting the surface and just using rotate command and rotating around a 15 degree. Maybe it's around 15 to 20 degree. Okay, so I'm just giving a rotation. So now I need control points for this to adjust the surface. So I'm just selecting and turning on the control points. So I'm just selecting this control point, and now I'm just joining it here. And now I need a reference line, so I'm just turning on the control point. So before turning on it, just I want to draw a line, so I'm just using line command. So I'm just drawing the line. So I'm just selecting the control point. I'm selecting both the control points because we added two control points and just placing on the line which we had drawn before for reference purpose. So I'm going to do polar array. For polar array I need the reference line for doing it. So I'm just going into top view and I'm just giving line. I'm just taking line command and drawing a line perpendicular, so it will act as a reference point. So I'm just using polar array. So I'm just using polar array. So I'm just giving the number of items, angle, and I'm just fixing the angle. So I got the number of copies in a circle form. So polar array is literally an array which creates in circle. So I'm just selecting the lines and hiding it, and I'm just selecting the model, and I'm going to use cage edit. So I'm just using cage edit boundary box. So I'm just giving the boundary box as 444, that is it will create you a 444 control point. So I'm just selecting the first two layers of control points. Okay, no, I'm just undoing it because I need the line, but I hidden the line before, so I'm just unhiding it. So now I'm just selecting this and using cage edit. So I'm just going to go cage edit again. So it's asking for bounding box, same options. So now I'm just selecting the two rows and I'm going to use scale 1D. So I'm just using this line as a reference line. So I'm just using scale 1D command. So scale 1D is a command where you can scale in only one axis, so which is so useful while modeling. So this is the shape which I need. So I'm just selecting the cage edit. So now I'm just turning the view, that is turning into top view, and just drawing a line, or I'm just using scale 1D to extend the line. So I'm just selecting the first one and using polar array again. So if you done the group, then you can use remove from group option to remove that one and use polar array. So I'm just checking with the numbers of items. So this is too much, right? So I'm just okay. So this is fine. So this is the one which I need. So this is totally fine. So I'm just selecting the surfaces which I create. I'm just selecting, yeah, so all the surface done. I'm just going to use mirror command. So I'm just using mirror command and doing my mirror option. So the mirror has been done. So I'm just toggling the view to check whether which I need. So this is fine. Now I'm just using remove from the group, and I'm just clicking this to remove from the group. So after I remove, I'm just deleting it. So I'm just deleting all the four. This is the view I need. So I'm just going to switch the view to front. So I'm going to switch it. So if you want to maximize the view, you can double click. So I'm just drawing a line. So now I'm just double clicking it to maximize the view. So I need the surface above the line should be trimmed. So I'm going to use trim command here to trim the top surface. So I'm just trimming the top surface. It takes some time, yeah. So the top surface has been trimmed. So I just use the trim command, just draw a line and just trimmed in the front, so you will get a surface like this. So now I need to create a top surface as shown in the image. So I'm using a polyline. So I'm just joining this points, that is the below points. So I'm just drawing a polyline with the edge as the reference. So now the polyline has been drawn. So I'm just selecting the polyline and just using extrude curve, using the command extrude curve. So I'm just doing an extrusion below. It's just an approximate value, it's not a perfect value. I'm just giving an approximate value. So I did the extrusion up, so the extrusion has been done. So now I'm just turning the view. So I'm just going into front view. So I'm just maximizing the front. I'm just selecting the top parts, that is the top line of the. So before selecting, I need to draw a line for reference purpose. I'm just giving a line to find the center because we are going to do scale. So I'm just selecting the top lines of the solid which we created before. So I'm going to select just the top, yeah. So in this, the line will also be selected. So press Ctrl and just unselect the line. Now I'm using scale 2D. So scale 2D is a command where the scaling will be done in the double axis. So this is the one which I need. So I'm just using scale 2D to get a evenly scaled on the both the axes. So I'm just selecting the surface shift and by pressing shift and control, I'm just deleting both the surface. Now I'm just selecting the surface and using doing the extrusion with the help of gumball. So the extrusion has been done. So you will get a ring shape like this, so which I showed in this image. So I'm just minimizing it. So I'm just using polyline and just tracing the outer with the help of this polyline. You can also use extract wireframe, but you need to select all the 3D, that is all the surface. So it's a huge job. So I'm just using polyline, then tracing the outers with the help of polylines. I need offset, but I'm just switching the tab, and now I'm just doing the offset. So with the random distance of this, and now I'm again doing offset of this, and just deleting the center one, and now I'm just moving it little bit. So now I'm just raising it up, and now I'm just selecting these two curve and just using blend curve command, not blend surface. I'm just using blend curve command. So it gives you like this. I'm just dragging the seam here, and now I'm just adjusting the 2 points to get a perfect curve which I need. Not this one. No, this is too much. So no, I'm just going to keep it as one. Just press okay, this is fine for me. I'm just editing it, and this is fine for me. Now I'm just clicking this line, so I'm just moving it up. So I'm just moving it this point to the center. So I'm just clicking this point and just dragging it to the center. Yeah, this is fine. So okay, so I'm just turning to the view to check whether, because I need a straight one, the arc should be in the straight format. See, when you see in the top, it is not. So I'm just raising it down. I'm just adjusting the arc with the help of Combol. So this is the one which I need. So this is perfect. So now I'm using swipe 2. It's asking for the first rail and second rail. So I'm just giving the first rail as the top, and the second rail it's asking for the cross section. So this is the cross section. I'm just pressing OK. So this is the one which I need. So in the image you can see a dome structure like this on the top. So I'm just created this. Now I'm just using offset surface and just flipping the direction by pressing it, so it will create an offset with a solid. Now the solid is, oh sorry, I forgot to give solid as, because while offsetting surface you should give solid as, then only create a solid. So I'm just pressing it to yes. Now it will take some time to create the solid. So the solid has been created. You can check here, the solid has been created. So this is fine. So let's go into the image. So I'm also going to do the landscape beneath. So I'm just checking with the landscape. So I'm just I'm just seeing. Okay, I'm just hiding this, and now I'm just going to draw a line, and now with the center I'm just using vertical line option. Now I'm just I don't know the exact point of ping. Okay, so I'm just using line command from 0,0. I'm just sharing a line. So I'm just drawing a line. So now I'm using vertical line option. So now I just use normal. So line, this I'm just clicking vertical line option. So I got the line. So this is fine. So I'm just clicking the line. Now I'm just rotating it. While rotating, I'm just pressing copy yes. So I need to press copy yes, so that whenever I just place the line, it will create a copy. So I'm just placing at the edge of the every segment. So this is the edge of the grid segment. I'm just placing the line. So I'm just switching the tab. So I'm just selecting the lines and just using offset. I'm just changing the distance. So yeah, this is fine. So I'm just offsetting all the lines which I created before. So after the offset, just select all the lines. Just select all the lines. I'm just turning the tab. I'm just switching the tab so that I could select it easily in the top tab in the perspective. So I'm just selecting all the lines. So I'm just using mirror command. As I said before, the model is symmetrical. So this is fine. Now I'm using rectangle. So I'm just drawing a rectangle. Then I'm just selecting this and using mirror, and now we got two. So now I'm just taking rectangle command again. I'm just drawing the whole rectangle because I did this because I need the symmetrical on the both sides. So I just drawn a one rectangle, then just mirror it so that I can use it as a whole. So now I'm just deleting the one which I drawn before. So now I'm going to trim the lines to the rectangle. So I'm just going to trim it. So yeah, so the lines have been trimmed by using trim command. Okay, so I'm just switching to perspective tab. So this is fine. So okay, I'm just changing it again to the top tab. So now I'm just using polyline and drawing the line which intersect to the double line. So I'm just taking the intersection as a reference, then I'm just drawing a polyline. So after drawing the line, I'm just going to hide this. I'm just hiding all the surface which I don't need. So I'm just selecting everything now. all the lines. Then I'm just using trim command, so I'm just trimming the interior which I don't need the lines which is in interior, so I'm just trimming the interior part. Well, the model is symmetrical, so I'm going to delete the rest. That is the top part which I created by mirror. I totally forgot that if I did one side, then I could easily mirror it and keep it. So I'm just deleting the above part which I don't need. So now I'm just turning to the perspective. I'm just selecting this land, and now I'm using project to see plane. So I just did the projection. So the line has been projected to the slip line, so it will give a straight line. Now I'm just altering the line like extend and trim, just doing certain stuff. I'm just selecting all the thing and just using extend command to extend the lines to join properly. So after you're done with the extend and trim, so this is the last thing which I need to do. So after you're done with the extend and trim, then it's like, so I'm just filleting the edges because in this model the corners are being filleted, so I'm just using fillet command and I'm just filleting the edges of the rectangle. So the fillet is been done, so now I'm going to use trim command again, and I'm just trimming the line. So trim and extends are the usual command you used to use often. It can be trimmed, you can use this command in 3D and 2D everywhere. So in this model I just use majorly trim and extend, so it's a helpful command. So I'm just trimming. So I'm just switching the view. I'm just selecting all the line, all the part which I don't. Now I'm just turning to curve tool and select Boolean command. So I'm just using this to select the interior part where the grass is going to be laid. So I'm just using this command. So if you don't know how to use this command, it's like I'm going to post a separate video of it. So after you're done with the selection, just press OK. So it will give you the selection, that is the inner part of the selection, and it will reveal, and you can use the extrude curve now, and the extrusion has been done. So I'm just selecting all the surface which I created, because I'm going to group it by, I'm just selecting and I'm going to make it as a group. So for the future use, like you don't want to select one by one every time, so I'm just turning into a group. So and now I'm using mirror. So I just made him group by pressing Ctrl G, which you didn't notice. Now I'm just filleting this part. Ctrl G is for group. So after group I did mirror. Okay. So after this I'm just extruding the surface. So now I'm just dragging it down by using move command. So this is fine, right? Yeah. So I'm just unhiding the part, and I'm just selecting all the lines. I'm just hiding it, which will spoil the view. Yeah. So when you see the image that there is a central solid shape structure, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just using shift control, control plus shift, and just selecting the edge. And so I just select the edge and use copy command to just select the edge alone. So I just placed here, and now I'm just going to draw a line, and with this I'm just all selecting all the four. And so when I select all and when I try extrude curve, it won't give you as a solid because it is not a perfect flat surface. So I'm just using patch where you can create surface for a irregular surface. Now I'm just extruding with the help of combo, or else you can use the extrude surface command. So I'm just bringing this as the reference point. So I'm just deleting the patch which I created. So I'm just moving this solid I'm just moving this solid to this place. So the model has been done. For a good view, I'm just deleting this. So okay, so I'm just selecting this surface and just hiding this, and now I'm just selecting all the landscaping part. And now I'm just changing the layer. So change object layer, so the layer has been changed, and now I'm just giving a color, a dark green, something like a light green, so it will give you an effect like the model. So I'm just turning the view, so the model is, I'm just hiding the lines. So the model has been done. Just say your comments like whether the model is matching to the model which I showed in the image. So just say your comments and stay tuned and subscribe our channel, because we are going to post new content, brand new content every week about Rhino and Grasshopper. And you can share the video to your friends whom do you think it will be helpful. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next brand new content. Bye bye, have a nice day.